This is the Solo Audio Projects page. No longer will you find Monday night videos for guitar lessons on Solo Audio Projects. That'll be just reserved for other things that I'm doing related to sound and recording. Instead, what we're going to do is now house those recordings on a separate website called Monday Night Guitar Online .webs.com. So we'll fire that up. And this takes us to a completely different site, Monday Night Guitar Online, with yours truly. And I encourage you to read that opening paragraph at the very top, talking about the individuality of all the songs that we will use and may use, and that each one has something to offer from a technical perspective, which is why I like choosing tunes. So, and remember that there's a little nugget inside of every one of those songs that is useful to us to learn something new and different on our instruments. Also know that listening to different types of music and playing and attempting to play different styles of music is also something that'll make us better musicians. All guitar players are definitely musicians. So yeah, take every opportunity to diversify. So we still have strumming, finger style, flat picking, and arpeggio style as the very basis of all guitar playing, and any type of guitar playing can be broken down into those various components in one way, shape, or form. So if you look down here a little further, there is a song survey sheet that I'm going to recommend you have a look at. Basically, it's a tool that's useful in getting you better acquainted with the song that you're playing, whether it's something that you hear us do in the Monday Night Guitar Sessions or just something that you do at home. It's a better way of learning the overall function, purpose, and components of your song, and all of the techniques and theory behind it. So we'll start at the very bottom end of that and work our way up. Another thing that is available on there is a PDF of scales, the C major, G major, D major, and the chromatic scale, which are all very useful for guitar players. I highly recommend that those three scales, the first three for sure, get practice, because those are the ones that really form the foundation of flat picking. The capo chart is useful anytime you use that wonderful cheater, as it's called, to work your way up the neck. This will give you an idea what all those chord shapes are actually called in concert pitch by fret numbers. So yeah, we'll work quite a bit on that. And below those, you're going to see YouTube videos, the Beatles, Bare Naked Ladies, I think Fleetwood Mac, and maybe even Dave Gilmour down there to start out with. Just some tunes that each have nuggets of things in there that we're going to explore and use those as our aids, as our audio aids. So we're going to skip to the second part, which has some cool guitar stuff on it, which is very useful and can be very helpful in many of the things that we're doing. This is a metronome where you click the number of beats per minute and it will actually sound out a click for you so that you can practice with a very steady, very structured tempo. And it's very good for guitar players to do that and to keep a steady tempo, as is for any musician to do. So you can choose anywhere from 2-digit beats per minute to all the way up to 3-digit beats per minute, and it becomes very useful. So experiment with that. Another one is backing tracks. This is kind of cool if you're doing a lot of flat picking, not just for electric players, but for acoustic players. This is taking a jam track, and you can jam along with these in the privacy of your own home and have a little bit of fun with that. We'll show you some scales and some modes that you can use to do that with, and you will find too that down below in this particular site that there are quite a number of different jam tracks that you can put on with the full backing of a band. Very, very straightforward and kind of impressive performances that you can take your acoustic guitar and start playing some riffs and some licks on, and some scales and so on. Another one you might want to have a look at if you're into tab writing. This is very slick. You basically click on the guitar fingerboard up there, the guitar tab creator, and as you can see, it starts to write just below that in that window, and you take that and you highlight that zone right in there. Basically click, highlight it like a Control A type of thing, copy it, and then basically what I do is I take it and I open up my Microsoft Word, or in this case Microsoft Word on my Mac, and then I hit paste, and voila, there it is. So very useful. You can record your own tabs on there and print them off or keep them in digital form, whichever way you like. Very, very useful tool for any guitar player, experienced or inexperienced, to have a location for their tabs and a creative way of recording them. This is the Circle of Fifths site that we'll get into later on. As you can tell, no matter what key you click on, it'll tell you what notes there are in that particular scale, and it'll tell you what the chords are: the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, and the minor chords and the diminished chord, and so on. So that's a little bit more advanced, and for the advanced guys, and you'll have a lot of fun with that. We'll show you how to use that. That's a neat tool. There's a tuner there as well, that by clicking on any of these buttons here, that you can get your 6 strings to sound out in concert pitch: your E and your A, your D, your G, your B, and your E1 string, and that'll give you the accurate concert pitch. So so far, that's what we have on the Cool Tools side. We'll be adding materials to that every week, and then the area where it says that we have videos being streamed at, you'll see a date is in October 21st, 2013. We'll start with that, and we've posted those, and you'll see October 28th coming soon with the new materials that we'll be doing as well. So thank you for viewing this. It's going to be a lot of fun.